Alright, so I'm gonna have to give this another try. First of all, hi, I'm David, welcome back. Um, I got about 2 hours worth of footage, and so about an hour video that was ruined because my phone will not transfer the video to the computer. Anyways, so what I'm gonna do on this is do a similar process that I did in that video. I think I have like clips and bits that I was able to recover from that video, and I will add it throughout this video to make a composition. Now, this is the first of many videos they're gonna make today because I want to keep them digestible. So this video will cover basically just one of them. In the upcoming videos, you'll see the rest of them. And when I say them, I'm talking about philodendrons. This is going to be a long playlist because there are several philodendrons that I have to repot, attach to moss balls, and adjust the moss balls that they currently are in. And in a couple of them, I'm going to have to do a chop and extend. I think it's one of them needs just an extend, but I also will go as well with the another playlist that I'm going to do after that of monsteras. But let's start with today's philodendrons. So let me show you what I did on that ruined footage, so you get an idea of what we're gonna get into in this video and the upcoming videos of this series. Today, in the one today, I'm just gonna repot in a couple of philodendrons. There are crawlers, not climbers. So in this episode, there will be just a couple of repots. I got this one on a moss ball as well. I'm not sure also what is the idea of that. I know it's a philodendron erubescens, but it's mixed with something else, like it's very red. But I'm not sure which one it is. I'm not sure if it's the same as this one that I have. They look pretty similar, but there's a problem with some of the philodendrons. If you know better, please let me know because I would like to know. I would like to ID uh, my plants better. This is what I did on that video. So now let's move on to what I'm going to do right now for you. I forgot to mention a couple of the ones that I did today. Again, uno más spawn just on the um, on my chunky mix. These are tortums. And this is a morning glory. All right, so with that out of the way, let's do in this video the ones that are gonna need um, a quick repot because like I'm just removing from the medium that they were coming in and that they are not climbers. I believe this is the Philodendron Moonlight. These are, I have three, yeah, three black cardinals, three orange marmalade. The variegation is not the best, but like I believe that probably now that they're in the right potting mix, they will take off. Um, I believe these are climbers, but they're still too small for a moss ball. This one is a pink princess that is been stuck probably because it was on a coco coir only mix that um, prevents the plants to get nutrients. And then I have this one has a little pub here attached to it, but it's still too small to detach it. I'm not sure what philodendron is this. This is erubescens. Something is really dark. Um, I wanted to say that it was a black cardinal as well, but I believe the black cardinal has more red on the stems. I don't know, Why don't you let me know below, please, so I can identify this philodendron. So we're gonna do this one today as well, because well, actually, I'm gonna do that one in the next video with the moss ball, because it's already throwing a little aerial root to the side, and this one is also gonna go um, into the moss balls, because this is a painted lady. So that's gonna be in the next episode. But right now, let's take care of this. So we have one single plant here. I have 3 in here. These are very tangled up, so I'm gonna see if I can remove them safely. I have removed already the previous soil. I washed them off, but there was also a cork in here. So when there's breakage like this, the best solution is to add, for me, my mix is on a ground cinnamon jar, but what I have here is 1 part of sulfur powder, 1 part of rooting powder, and another part of cinnamon, of ground cinnamon. Right, now let me get the containers for these plants. So we have 3 and 3, 6, 7 containers, and we'll start with it. All right, so do I have enough containers here? So these are what I add on as I'm replanting or um, placing these plants into the new mix, into the new pots, because the potting mix that I make is basically a base to begin with, and then as I plant it, I added what is needed for the plant. Why is that? Because this is a very chunky mix, either for moss balls or for the aero mix in general. Is quite chunky. So if I put anything as small as a slow release fertilizer or mycorrhizae or earthworm castings or diatomaceous earth, is very, those particles are much more smaller. As you move the box, as you move the container with the materials, those are go to the bottom, and not every pot will get what it needs. So let's start with the easier one, which is the moonlight. Let me bring the mix to the top so you can see. This is my chunky mix. So this is what I do. Start with the pot. I'm gonna place them in here so I can see them better. So I start with the pot. I add a base. To the base, I'll add diatomaceous earth, or DE, pinch of mycorrhizae, and a pinch of slow release fertilizer. Now to guarantee this, I have my mix here of cinnamon powder, again sulfur powder, and rooting powder. So I'll just add to the root system. And this is basically a guarantee, or like a safety, an extra safety measure to prevent any root rot. So now that I place the plant, I will add some more mix. Once we get to the almost the top, then I add another pinch of fertilizer, another pinch mycorrhizae, another pinch of DE, and last but not least, I will add airworm castings. Why at the end? Again, because this is the fast nutrition for the plant, and being so small, once I water it, it's going to sip into the rest of the container. I'll finish adding up, and you can just bring it up almost to the top, because after a couple of waterings, this mix is going to get a little more compacted and adjust to the root system, and it will go down on the pot. Now if you see something like this, that you see like air pockets, you can use a screwer or like a little wooden stick, and just gently make room for that mix to get in there, so there are no air pockets. Just smacking the pot is not quite enough, because the air fluffiness of the mix doesn't have weight to actually go in. Now if it's a regular potting mix, you can just smack the pot, and that will fill all those gaps in between. So once with this, I'm going to do the watering at the end, but for now I'm just going to put on this mix. If you can see on these containers, I also add drainage, not only to the bottom but like to the sides, so that will also give you another guarantee of avoiding root rot. So same with this. This also helps the powder right here between the sulfur and the cinnamon and the rooting powder, that if there's any breakage that happened while we were cleaning or separating the roots or addressing the root in any way, that will help those breakages to callus and not be attacked by so we got to 90% of the top. Repeat and castings. I have this plant for months, and like it hasn't quite grown much. I can also blame the soil that it was in. Thankfully this one didn't have any of those green ball fertilizers, but if you see the new growth is quite small, so I don't think, even that I was using nutritious water, it was not getting enough food. I'm gonna do one of these so you can see it like on the smaller one, and then the rest I'm gonna do it without having to show you, so that way this video doesn't get too long. This one is also attached. It was attached to the main one. Now these two are cuttings. You can see they're cuttings from a bigger plant. So I'm gonna put this in smaller little pots. Let me show you how I do one. Same thing with this. Add extra oils on the side. And then in future videos there will be obviously updates on the plants, on tours that I'll do. I did the first tour a couple of months ago, but I plan to do another tour right after the summer to see when I prepare the plants, the ones that are going to go inside, because I learned which ones are not for the outside here, so those are going to go inside. Most of them are staying out here. I also have a big fish tank that I'm planning into a terrarium of sorts. Because those plants, for example, I have plants on the side over there in a smaller terrarium that I didn't have to bring in at all, and they did just fine out here. So the ones that are more delicate, mind you that the temperatures here don't go below 45. I mean, 45 is a cold day, and it's just at night, so it's not as other places around the country. But the reason I moved here. But I'm gonna see if I can do something with that big fish tank there, right there, so I don't have to bring many or any plants inside. Not because I don't like them inside, it's just because I don't have enough light inside. All right, so we have the first cardinal there. Uh, let me do uh, the other pops, and then we're gonna do the watering, and that'll be it for this video. All right, so here they are. I finished them all, and in the back of them, I have the chocolate empress mother plant, and you can see it there. So this is all for this video. Please subscribe and ring a notification. Let me know if there's anything that you like me to address on my collection. Drop a like, means the world to me. Comment and share. Uh, thank you again. Talk to you soon.